doing?
But it don't bother me.
Well, you don't have to get snappish. I was just wondering. You've been drawing there most of the day.
Hands off, Slim. I'm working.
I just asked a civil question.
Well, I'll tell you when I'm done, all right?
All right. I don't want to intrude on your concentration. My mom always said that I was a slave to curiosity. She was always making up little things.
Slim.
Yes, sir.
How many times do you suppose that you could run from the barn to the dancing cactus and back in 5 minutes?
The cactus that looks like Isadora Duncan?
Uh-huh.
Golly, Cody, I don't rightly know.
Oh, here, take my Pax watch and go find out.
Okie dokie. Watch stopped. I lost count after 22.
You catch your breath.
Why did I do that?
Well, 'cause I told you to. Now, before I tell you what I got to tell you, I've got something to tell you.
Uh-huh.
Sit down and try to stay calm.
Uh-huh.
While you were out with the herd, Sanchez came by and...
Oh, you bought another alien animal. What is it this time?
A new what? No, a new.
I ain't in the mood to play games now, Cody.
A G-N-U.
You know I can't spell.
Well, it's halfway between a yak and a cow.
We ain't running a zoo here, son.
But we could. It's funny you should say that. I have been designing us a roadside zoo.
Everybody and his brother has a roadside zoo in these parts. You seen one, you seen them all.
Exactly. Ours will be different because we'll specialize.
You can't count the cows.
Exotic oddities are what draws crowds, and if it's educational, it is surefire. I read that somewhere. And what could be more odd, exotic, or educational than a display of foreign-born animals, none of which has more than 3 letters in its name? It could be a gold mine.
I suppose.
Desperation is the mother of invention, Slim. If we don't bring in some income, we're going to have to sell the herd.
No, sirree, Bob. I growed attached to them cows. Especially Pretty Belle.
Well, the new gives us 3 displays to start with.
4. I found one of them big red ants in the outhouse. If we put a big magnifying glass in front of it, it will look positively prehistoric.
That's good thinking, Slim.
Thank you, Cody. So, what other 3-letter critters are available?
That big rat that lives in the barn.
The emu.yak.
Oh, dang. Maybe you could snatch a couple of bats up to Dead Man's Cave.
Last time I was up there, I slipped and come out covered in guano. Had to be fumigated.
Do you think old man Passapartout would part with that stuffed cat of his?
Well, what kind of an exhibit would that be? It's just a stuffed cat.
We could paint it orange. We could accent the stripes. And we could say it was an extinct pygmy tiger cat.
That would be diddling with the code of the West, Cody.
How long we brainstorming?
Suppose Clint drove by and stopped in. What would he think?
I'm sorry. I got carried off.
What about your ass?
If you don't want to be reading... Oh, you mean Donald? Well, Donald is a mule, Slim.
Well, most of the customers would be tourists and they wouldn't know the difference.
All right, I'll accept that. What else is there?
Well, There's that fox that lives in the holler.
Oh no, he's too smart for both of us. And the same goes for that horny owl lives in the barn.
Whoa! Hold on there. What are you planning on making all of this out of?
Well, wood, of course.
There ain't but 3 trees in 10 miles around hereabouts.
We'll buy some.
And how much are you planning on charging for admission?
Oh, a couple of dollars.
No more than 6 strangers pass this way in a fortnight.
By damn, you're right. It's all for naught.
It's just not fiscally financial. Besides, exotic things ought to be left where they are so they'll be there for the future generations. Wild things ought to be left wild or in preserves.
Preserves.
So, we'll keep what we got on account of their family, but we won't buy no more.
Yeah. It just, I feel such a softness in my heart for him, you know.
I know. And it was almost a smart idea. Fortunately, we still got my pitcher career.
Well, I know, but this was mine.
I got my new script today. It's called Allergy. This time I itch myself to death in a field of ragweed.
Oh, that's swell, Slim. But I need to be myself for a while. We'll talk about it over supper, okay?
If stardom does come my way, first thing I do, I'm going to buy you a season pass to the Long Zoo there, Cody.
Oh, shut up, Slim.
Yes, sir.